Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Guitar Effect. My name's Rob. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Tone City Kaffir Lime Overdrive pedal. But before we do, I'll ask you to please like and subscribe. So, the Tone City Kaffir Lime is a overdrive pedal, kind of a tube screamer style overdrive pedal, specifically by Tone City, who are a Chinese pedal brand that I think are available in Andertons, and I don't think any other shops in Europe stock them. I could be wrong about that though, but they're a really good Chinese brand pedal. I have the Tone City Fux Fuzz as well, and the tape delay pedal I do, and they're all really good build quality. The knobs feel really positive and everything. They're just great pedals. And I'm making a demo about this today and how I would use it. So first thing is, let's have a listen to it in a track. So here you go. So the Tone City Kaffir Lime, just a little bit about it before we get into the sound demos. So it's 9 volts in the side here. Some very small milliampage, I would assume, doesn't say so on the back. So it's a tube screamer, which is, I presume, why it's green. And I think what's interesting about this is that, as opposed to just a regular, volume, tone, and gain, there is actually volume, gain, and then bass and treble, which allows you to slightly tune that mid boost sound for slightly different applications, which I'll get into in the video. Overall, the build quality is high. It's a sound that a lot of guitar players will be quite familiar with, but the bass and treble knobs really do give it a little bit of something extra. So that's it. Yeah, pretty short introduction. Let's take a listen. Okay, so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to go through the 3 different principal uses for an overdrive pedal like this in the manner that I would use it, right? Which is as a sort of a bluesy. Stevie Ray Vaughan is the inspiration for where this comes from, but like I cannot play, and really I'm not a massive fan. Like I like Stevie Ray Vaughan's music, but I'm not a blues guy, right? But I know that a mid-boosted overdrive is famous for that. So using a single coil pickup, in this case it's a Telecaster, using a mid-boosted overdrive, and then I'll explore the EQ controls to create like a blues, single coil blues sound. So here is the clean sound to start with. As I said, I'm playing my Fender 60s Tele, rosewood fretboard, and just standard Telecaster pickups. Volume and tone are up full, and here's what the guitar sounds like by itself. So and I'm on the neck pickup. From a rhythm guitar point of view, I'll put on the Kaffir Lime. Okay, you'll hear there's a little bit of noise there. I'll just say actually that I'm not necessarily demonstrating that this pedal is noisy. It seems that the way the power is set up in my room at the moment, or even my house, with single coil guitars I get a bit of noise. You'll notice with the Les Paul later that I don't have that noise. So here is the Kaffir Lime. The gain is set to 9 o'clock and all the other knobs are straight up. So the volume is boosted slightly actually, I tell you like. So here's what that sounds like. So if I was to play what my poor attempt at playing blues would be, it would probably sound something like this. So that's it on the front pickup. Middle pickup, same thing. Again, apologies for my poor blues playing. And the back pickup. And this is where it gets really interesting, right? So, in my opinion, the tube screamer for rock, right, going into a clean amp is not, in my opinion, a good solution. Even with a Telecaster where the back pickup is kind of ready to take an overdrive pedal, and it has power and it has mid-range, I'm just not mad on the sound. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. So here is a tube screamer playing rhythm guitar into the back, on the back pickup of a Tele into a Marshall style amp. Okay, if I turn that off and just switch over to the dirty channel on my amp, which is almost like putting on a transparent overdrive, I just think it's a much more pleasing sound. The second use of the pedal, and what I really like about this pedal, is if I'm on this dirty channel and then I turn on this pedal, it gives a really cool sort of boosted version of that sound. I really like that sound, and I think even for, if I turn up the gain slightly, for sort of riffy stuff, it's just a really, really cool, gainy sound. So without the pedal, and what's particularly great about this pedal is then if I want to have a bit more girth on that, I can wind back the treble, wind up the, turn it off a sec, I can wind back the treble, wind up the bass, and here's the sound without it. And with the pedal, it sounds huge. So, a tube screamer style pedal, and particularly one like this where the bass and treble are controllable independently, I think is a really good option for pushing an already driven amp into pretty raucous gain. So then, the other thing I can do is I can really tighten it up. So if I maybe play something more chunky. Now I know Weezer use a fuzz for that, but with the bass rolled off and the treble rolled, which in a band situation, if there was a huge bass player and big crashing drums, it's going to really help my guitar cut through. Maybe a little bit too much top end. yeah, so that's the other way you can use it. And then the last way I'm just going to show you is setting up as a lead pedal when you're playing with a dirty sound as a solo sense. Just give me 1 second, I'm just going to switch to my Les Paul. Okay, so this is my Orville Les Paul. It is a 1997 Japanese built, licensed by Gibson Les Paul. It's fantastic. And the reason I bought this Les Paul was because I've always thought that Les Pauls, good ones, apparently sound like Tallies on steroids. And it's funny that I just went from one to the other, because when I pick it up, there's not that much difference in gain level between the two guitars. And these are humbuckers, right? So it's a little bit fatter, but I think the gain's kind of pretty similar. So then with the Kaffir Lime, with the volume boosted, and the EQ in the middle, it sounds like this. Such a great rock guitar sound, really great. Might be starting to get a little bit woofy, so I'm going to roll off some of the bottom end. It's a great rock guitar sound. So as you can see, it works really well on the dirty channel of an amp to add a second kind of gain channel that really thickens things up, and you can use that bottom bass knob to control the bottom end. Which leads me into the last thing. So with a pretty pushed sound, I'm going to give it a little bit more than that. I'm going to switch the amp to medium gain. I'll even get a little more gain again to get a pretty compressed sound. That's a pretty big sound, right? So then if I bring the gain back, the volume up, the low up I should say, and the high back a little bit, you'll go for, it'll give me a really creamy, lovely lead sound. Great lead guitar sound. What I've done there is I've boosted the lows and taken out some of the tops just a tiny little bit, and it gives me a beautiful fluid. So I think in that respect it works really well. And the last thing is neck pickup of a Les Paul, turn on the pedal again, and I'd say even more of the bass out, a little bit more gain to get a creamy Slash style or Gary Moore style lead. Yeah, so there you go. That is different ways I would use the Kaffir Lime, and I think that the 2-band EQ really makes it a really flexible pedal. So there you have it, the Tone City Kaffir Lime Overdrive pedal. I think these are around £45 sterling new. Buy two of these pedals, incidentally, you'll get a power supply and a daisy chain free with them, which I think is a really great deal from Anderton's. Although with Brexit, buying things from Anderton's now is becoming problematic if you're outside the EU, which I am. Outside, Freudian slip there. If you're outside of Britain in the EU, it's a problem, because it used to be really easy to get things from Britain, but now that they've voted to leave the European Union, it's becoming a lot more difficult to do anything with the British from abroad, really, unfortunately. But Anderton's is a great store, and these Tone City pedals are some of the best mini pedals I've seen. So if you're looking for an overdrive that will do cool kind of off clean blues tones, and will do cool going from crunch to saturated tones, and then cool lead tones for front or back pickup, this is a really, really great option. It's really affordable. So there you have it. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you particularly if you've gotten this far. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video again soon. Cheers, bye bye.